People getting arrested for things they didn't do. People getting scammed out of money. And when you wake up and realize people calling you sir might actually be accurate. We're going to get into it. Let's get it. Welcome. First of all, welcome. This is Unsolicited Perspectives. I am your host, Bruce Anthony, here to lead the conversation in important events and topics that are shaping today's society. Join the conversation and follow us wherever you get your audio podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for our video podcast, YouTube exclusive content, and our YouTube membership. Rate, review, like, comment, share. Share with your friends, share with your family, hell, even share with your enemies. On today's episode, it's the Sibling Happy Hour. I'm here with my sis, Jay Andrea. We're going to be talking about DUIs, some scams, and when you get called sir or ma'am. But that's enough of the intro. Let's get to the show. What else, sis?
What up, brother?
I can't call it. Before we get started with the first story,
Yeah.
I got to tell a story. Now, we're going to get into my Cinco de Mayo experience in the third segment, but one of my good friends hung out with me yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, hey, before we go out and celebrate, do you want to get a pedicure? And I was like, yo, I'm going to be real honest with you. I've been saying that I'm going to get a pedicure since my birthday last year. And
That's been some time.
It's been quite some time because my birthday is less than 2 months away. So
Yes.
it's rapidly approaching.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yes, I would like to hop on that. So we get pedicures and it's cool. It's lovely, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need another pedicure because it was so much built up like calluses.
Yeah. So just for the audience.
Oh God, here we go. Like you don't really need to give a descriptive detail of my feet to the audience.
I'm not gonna I'm just gonna give an illustration, okay, of this is a true story. So you had gotten a new bed. I don't know. I think you were a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And so I lent you sheets because I had a queen size bed already. You were moving from a full to a queen.
Mm-hmm.
So I lent you sheets.
Mm-hmm.
I get the sheets back.
Yeah.
And they are shredded.
Yeah.
From your toenails.
Yeah.
Just very natural. It's just a very natural. And then also, you're an athlete and then you work out. So like you do damage to your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Like you do a lot of damage to your feet. So yes, I just wanted to let everybody know, like he don't just be out here just the feet crusty, like for no reason. It's not happening in a vacuum. It's because he is hard on his feet through physical activity.
Yes. Very hard on my feet through physical activity. And also the toenails haven't been an issue for quite a while because I got into a routine where every Sunday I would soak my feet and I would use a pumice stone and scrub my feet and then do my toenails.
Mm-hmm.
Pumice stone is not like the scraper. That scraper where that's that animal. That's what I truly need in life. The pumice stone don't get it done.
The thing about the scraper, I feel like the skin gets harder afterwards because it's so aggressive to the skin that once the skin heals, I feel like it heals harder. I don't personally like the scraper. I prefer just for them to use the pedicure file.
Well, no. I'm like Myra from Martin. You got to go to work on my feet.
You got to go to work.
You got to go to work on my feet.
Got to get that power
So the
sander.
toenails, I don't cut up sheets anymore.
Okay.
But I do destroy socks. Because them heels on my socks, I'm going to wear them out till there's a hole in them. Part of it is, once again, I'm working out. So I dig my feet especially my heels into the ground a lot,
Yes.
into my shoes. I'm walking a lot. So I know you're supposed to walk toe to heel,
Mhm.
no, heel to toe.
Yeah.
And I do with
Okay.
all the force
With
of
all your might.
with all
Yes.
my might. So I'll be
Mm.
tearing up some socks. But yeah, I feel like though they did a good job, that I feel like I should go back again, like
Yeah.
now.
That
Because
is yeah.
it just I still have calluses. I was hoping it'd be all gone, but no, I feel
No.
like this is like a couple of treatments till I get my feet like smooth.
It's like getting a tattoo sleeve. Right? It takes a couple sessions.
Okay, yeah.
You know? So until you get the finished product that you can actually show off. So
Yeah.
that's all that is. Regular maintenance though.
Like how
You know,
often? How often should I get a pedicure? Once a week?
I no, I feel like that's too often. Maybe like every
Well,
2
right,
to 3 weeks.
but right now to get my feet right.
Right now to get you going,
Yeah.
yeah, you might wanna go every week.
Yeah, I might go again next weekend just to it was reasonably priced.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
don't know. I don't really know because I don't
I
have
mean, it's
a
not
hobby
like
yet.
you getting polished or nothing like that, like
No.
you're just
But I might
getting the pedicure.
my friend was like, because I was like, hey, what am I supposed to do? Because afterwards, we're gonna go out and I gotta wear my Jordans. She was like, wear your Jordans. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, but I thought you're not supposed to wear shoes after you get a pedicure. She was like, well, let me not assume,
Mhm.
but I don't think you're going to get polish. Are you? I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna get polish. But yeah,
Yeah.
I thought about it for a little while, and I was like, maybe I might want to get some polish. Do something a little different. You
A little
know,
spicy. Ain't
the
nothing wrong with that.
dudes is out here, very heterosexual males, but still getting polish on their nails. It is not
Yeah.
this connotation of you are a gay man if you get
Right.
color on your fingernails and toes.
Right.
And
Most
so,
people just think you're emo.
uh, and I am a little emo.
Yeah.
My boys used to say, Bruce loved them Feel My Pain rap songs. And I was like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just emo rap.
I
Yeah.
feel like one of your favorites is "Song Cry"
Oh,
by Jay-Z. Yeah.
Song Cry is literally one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Just so happens that I was going through a similar thing at the time that song came out. So it
Yeah.
resonated personally.
Yeah.
But I've already thrown that young lady under the bus on this show several times. I'm not going to retell that story. Let's kind of transition.
Mhm.
And the way we're going to transition is you've been in the car with me. One of the one time,
Yes.
there's been several times, but the one time you were really like, I'm done with you
Yeah.
is when I was drinking and driving. And at the
Yes.
age of 25 or 26, I just said, I'm never going to drink and drive again. It's one of the reasons
Yeah.
why I got rid of my car. I just don't do it. One of the
Yeah.
fears of my drinking and driving was actually getting into an accident and hurting
Yeah.
somebody else.
Because
Wha
there's just no explanation. Like there's no explanation to get you out of trouble with it. Like you're in trouble.
Yeah, you in trouble.
Yeah.
What should have been crossing my mind is a DWI and DUI.
Yeah.
And that leads me to this next story of something that happened in Tennessee. Now, we often talk about at the end of the month, cops is out, they got to
Mhm.
make their quota. And I've talked to
Mhm.
cops, and cops are like, there's no such thing as a quota. We don't have
Y'all
quotas.
lying.
And I'm like, you're lying. You
You're
do have
lying.
quotas.
Yes,
It
you
may
do.
not be specified
Right.
as meet your quota,
Right.
but as a department, y'all got to get a
You
certain
have
amount of
metrics
yes, that
that you have to achieve. Right.
right.
You can't just be in there with no arrests.
No. So a recent police officer in Tennessee just resigned.
Mm.
Now, Asa Pearl
Yes.
resigned after an investigation. What the investigation and the record showed was that there were 13 DUI arrests that later tested negative, and
Mhm.
18 additional cases dismissed due to blood alcohol level being below the legal limit. So what does this mean? Sometimes cops will pull you over and they'll give you a DUI. It's kind of like a phantom DUI. You weren't under the influence of alcohol. You weren't under the influence of drugs, but they still give you a DUI. And so
Yeah.
this was happening from 2020 to 2024. And what's crazy is the dismissals didn't appear in the personal file that was obtained by Fox 17 out in Tennessee. And the Tennessee Highway Patrol did not respond to questions about discipline
Mm,
because the person just kind of resigned. But it
right.
raises concerns beyond just this one officer. It suggests
Yes.
that there is a DUI quota and
Yeah.
that there was pressure tied to enforcement programs. So I'm going to get into kind of like this pressure system. But yo, that would be crazy to me because you have to spend money
Mm-hmm.
to go to court to fight a DUI, and they're out here giving sober DUIs. That's what they're called.
Yes.
Sober
Yeah.
DUIs. So how do
Yeah.
you feel about all this?
Well, it's not just the fact that those DUIs, the ones that you mentioned, were thrown out. 19 other ones were dismissed because he didn't come to court, the
Mm,
officer. He couldn't recall the events or the details of the arrest. So those were dropped.
mhm,
And it's like you're putting like a DUI, DWI, those are not a joke.
mm-mm.
Like you are putting people's like livelihoods and their freedom, definitely their pockets at risk, especially if you have a job that requires you to have a driver's license, right?
Right.
Like if you're a long haul trucker or something like that, or it requires you to have a driver's license, this could mess with your livelihood.
Mhm.
And so it's just, again, another glaring example of how broken the justice system is in this country.
Mm. Go ahead, tell them how it is.
I just did.
Yeah, let's talk about the system of pressure and quotas that
Mhm,
obviously Tennessee was under. So a program was referenced called Sober Up, and it's federally funded grant money.
mhm.
And former troopers were quoted as saying that they felt pressure to make DUI arrests, especially during grant funded overtime shifts. But here's a bigger problem. Tennessee recorded more than 2,500 sober DUI arrests since 2017. And once again, a sober DUI is when individuals tested negative for alcohol or for drugs.
Mhm.
These aren't isolated incidences. This officer who resigned, this isn't just them, right? This
Right.
is a systemic issue, specifically in the state of Tennessee for
Specifically in that county, because I believe that district has the most sober DUIs arrests in Tennessee.
right. They got the
Yeah.
most, but still statewide,
Yeah.
lot of sober DUIs that are like, don't drive in Tennessee, right? Just don't drive in Tennessee.
Boy, oh boy, don't.
And like, okay, if you want to say it feels like systemic pressure that's influenced by these federal grants, but it's not like like if they're giving you grants to try and curtail drinking and driving,
Mm,
that doesn't necessarily, and this is the issues with the cops all the time, they feel like enforcement is punishment.
right.
That money could be used in education. It could be
Yes.
used in programs for ride shares. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily have to be, we're going to pay you overtime to go bust people drinking and driving.
It could be a police initiative where it's like a drive safe campaign or something, and like you could use it for the advertising and all of the things and to set up this program. Y'all could have used that grant money in any number of ways, but again, this highlights the problem with police, that they are not community advocates.
Mm,
They're not. And so in their mind, the only thing they could do to justify having this grant money is to make arrests. Because again, they're not here really in service of the community at all. or else somebody would have had the idea, hey, why don't we use the grant money, like you said, toward a social program that we aim toward, I don't know, youth or whatever. Like, it could be any number of things.
Well, if you invest money into a program that helps society as a whole, uh, a social program, that's socialism, which I guess
Mhm.
wouldn't play out too well in the state of Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah, funny. This is funny. There was
Mhm.
I believe it's a New York Times reporter, lives in Tennessee,
Mhm.
and he just came out. He's like, I'm conservative, and I just found out just how bad this country is as far as racially. And I was like, huh? So he tells a story of adopting an Ethiopian child and the
Mhm.
child growing up in Tennessee and how that child faced extreme racism in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make this about race, but what I'm going to say is as we give suggestions for investing that money in the social programs, we must also realize what state this is. And when you talk about investing in social programs, they're going to take that as socialism. Tennessee,
Mhm.
very conservative, probably not going to happen. But
Yeah.
a larger question are you and I, most people in black and brown communities, most minorities have a healthy distrust of law enforcement.
Yes. As we should.
Well, due to history, right?
Yes.
Not saying all cops are bad. I don't even know if most are bad. The system is bad.
Right. And if you work within the system,
Case in point, this very scenario. So when this story breaks, people who do have this strong belief and trust in law enforcement may
mhm.
have been one of those 2,500 people that was pulled over since 2017. I got a sober DUI. So you
Yeah.
start to lose trust within within law enforcement with the people that are like back to blue because they are showing that you are arresting people who are not intoxicated, who are
Yeah.
not under the influence of drugs.
At all. And the fact that something
Well,
as
sometimes not at
oxymoronic.
all. Sometimes the blood alcohol limit might be under an arrestable offense.
Right.
You can have a drink or two
Yeah.
and still not be charged with a DUI or DWI.
Right. But the fact that something oxymoronic as a sober DUI
Yeah.
exists
Yeah.
is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
That's like calling that person is well, you can say that person is pretty ugly, but that's not what I mean by that. But you can
Right.
say that ugly, pretty person, and you'd be like, what? That don't make no
Right.
sense. How can you be an ugly, pretty person? How can you have a sober DUI?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You can be an ugly, pretty person though. Like, you're traditionally pretty, but your personality is ugly. But like, I
But
get
you
what you're
know what I
saying.
mean. Yeah,
I
you know
get
what
what
I'm
you're
saying.
saying.
Yeah.
How you gonna charge me for a crime I didn't commit?
Exactly. And
And we already don't trust y'all because y'all be charging us for crimes we don't commit.
hmm
And so now you actually invented a crime that is not a crime so that you can arrest people. What? That don't make sense.
well, it doesn't. But I leave everybody with this question: are we prioritizing numbers over truth? I could tell you we've been doing that for a very long time.
Yes.
But this story is just another example of, hey, law enforcement system in this country ain't the greatest. And sometimes it ain't just hitting us, it's hitting you too.
Mhm.
But while people are getting caught up in the system like that, there's another way people are getting caught up and it hits your wallet. And we're going to get into that next. All right, Jay. I don't remember what episode it was, but a couple of episodes ago, and it might have actually been a YouTube exclusive now that I think about it. We were talking about two people going to a concert, buying tickets, right?
Yes, I
One
remember
person,
this.
yeah, and one
Yes.
person couldn't go, and the other person that had both of the tickets or paid for both of the tickets was like, you owe me money. When the person
Mhm.
that said that they couldn't go had already paid them money.
Yeah.
And we were trying to come up with why did this person ask for more money,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, maybe they decided not to go. And so they felt like because they couldn't go because they were going to go together, that that person should pay for their ticket. And you
Yeah.
immediately went to, no, they was probably going to try to resell that ticket
Yeah.
and couldn't get the money back. So they was like, because I couldn't resell this ticket, you owe me. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, scamming? And I was like, yes, Heart of Atlanta.
That's where my mind went.
Yo, so I saw something on Instagram a couple of weeks back and I posted it in my stories. And it was basically, and I'm paraphrasing, Black folks hate thieves,
Yes.
but love to buy stolen shit.
Yeah.
Scammers. That's what this
Mhm.
whole segment is about, scammers. When you scam institutions, I could turn a blind eye to that. Like most institutions, they make
Yeah.
more than enough money. There may be some trickle down. Like if you keep stealing from grocery stores, it affects the community. But
Yeah.
like if
If
you,
you make trumped up car insurance claims, that
Mhm.
makes the premium higher for everybody.
You know about that personally because you
Yes.
dealt with that type of work.
Yes.
I don't like people scamming people out of their money.
Yes.
That
That I feel like is egregious.
yeah, I I have never been a fan of stick up people, of people
Mm-mm.
who rob people of their personal possession. If you hit a store, if you get a lick and you hit a store, okay, the store is insured,
They got loss
they
prevention.
got loss prevention, they'll be okay. It still sucks, but they'll be okay. But when somebody would back in the day pickpocket
Yeah.
and take their money from their vacation, like that bothers me.
Yes.
There's a new scam in town. Technology
There
breeds
always is.
technology breeds more and more scams. Have you ever heard of ghost tapping?
No.
Okay. So it's a tap to pay scam using nearby wireless payment device. It triggers unauthorized charges on contactless cards or mobile wallets. It occurs in crowded places or rushed checkout situations and relies on proximity and distraction, not physical theft. So
Mhm.
we've heard of these scanners
Yes.
or terminals that people will put like at gas stations where you slide your
Yes.
card in or at 7
Or at the
Elevens.
ATM or something like that. They'll put the little fake thing. You put your card in. You
Yeah.
think it's for the machine. It's not. Yes.
Now they got some new thing where
Yeah.
they can wirelessly take your information. They just got to kind of be close to you.
Yep.
And it's a portable, it's used by, portable card readers. We've seen tampered payment terminals before, fake checkout setups, victims tap without confirming the amount, and can happen in crowded environments like markets, festivals, transit situations, concerts. Like I said, I was out and about yesterday celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
Mhm.
This morning, I get an alert on my iPhone saying that somebody in New York City is trying to access my Apple account. Was that me? And at first, I was like, well, it could be my VPN because sometimes I'll do New Jersey, New York. I was like, no, that's
Yeah.
not even turned on. Apple was like, you need to change your password. So out and about yesterday, and I did see a charge on one of my bank accounts earlier today, but I be charged a lot. So I just
Yeah.
got to wait to see what it actually is once it posts because it's just pending.
Mhm.
But I mean, yesterday was a prime example. There were
Yeah.
thousands of people in the street
Yeah.
that could have got scammed. And now it's like you can't do nothing. You think that you have this built-in like security with just
Mhm.
being able to tap your card and just be able to use your Apple Pay. And now people that came up with a way to wirelessly
Yeah.
steal your stuff.
Yeah. It's not surprising. Like, as technology advances, so will scams. And the new thing is since AI can generate photos and video,
Mhm.
people will submit insurance claims for broken items,
Mm.
and it's just a AI generated image. Now, insurance companies have caught on to this, so y'all not slick, and also they gonna catch you. So the thing that always pops up with, okay, technology increases or advances, and then the scam advances, and then so does the security to meet it.
Mm-hmm.
So I am sure the new thing will be one of these RFD blocking wallets now.
Yes.
Like, that's, so that everybody's going to go out and buy those. And then somebody's going to find a way to hack that. And then somebody's going to come up with a new thing to protect you against that. It's the constant, that is the downside of technological advancement, is that somebody is going to use it to do harm.
Yeah. It's like back in the day, we used to have to balance our checkbooks for y'all young folks out there. And actually, this is actually almost outside of my generation as well. Because when I got my first bank accounts, online access was kind of available where you could track stuff, but that still was at the tail end of having to balance your checkbook. But we created the online access that gives us instantaneous access to all of our charges.
Yeah.
However, now people can take our money through the internet, right? Like that was a new thing. So this is just a natural progression of, like you said, technology and scamming. But some of the common signs that people need to be leery of and pay attention to, because this is, guys, we're reporting this to inform you, protect your money, right?
Yes. Yeah.
There'll be small test charges. So monitor your online banking accounts and your credit cards. You should be doing that
regularly.
Anyway, but definitely when you go to large events, you're out in the public, big spaces, definitely check the next day, that night. Anytime you're requested to tap without showing the total, that should be a little sign like, hey, wait a minute, where's my total? What am I paying for? No receipt provided. That's another telltale sign. I need a receipt for what I just paid for. Pay attention for, once again, those suspicious charges after crowded events. And scammers are going to rely on you doing this because it's fast and quick and you're not paying attention. They're going to cause confusion during this whole process and hope that you lack the attention to focus in on some of those signs that I just told you about.
Yeah.
It's a brand new world for scamming. And like I said, I don't like these, but I do like buying stolen stuff. But I don't want to buy stolen stuff that's stolen from people.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy, there's of course these groups online where you can buy stolen credit card information. I'm not going to do that. If somebody, knocked over a toilet paper truck and now they selling Charmin for $5, the robbery has already happened. Okay, I can't change that.
Right.
But I could get a deal on some toilet paper.
Hey, look, that would have been the lick if it were during the beginning of the pandemic, the way people was acting about that toilet paper. I swear people thought they was just going to be shitting themselves as much toilet paper as they was buying. But some ways to protect yourself, we giving you this information, but how can you protect yourself, right? Confirm the amount that you're paying for before tapping. That goes back to that no total thing. Know what your total is. Enable bank and card alerts. The fact of the matter is you should be getting alerts for any time your card has been charged. I know we use our cards a lot. That can be annoying getting all those alerts, but that's better than not paying attention and finding out you got ganked for thousands of dollars. And if you don't know what ganked is, you should be able to figure it out from the context.
Just use the context.
Yeah.
You can set thresholds. So if you know that you spend $20, $30 a lot here and there, let's set the threshold for $100. So any charge over $100, you'll get an alert.
Yeah.
So like anything like that you can easily set that up. I have it so I get alerted every time there's a charge because I don't play that.
I don't play that. Homie don't play that. Avoid suspicious tap requests. Cover your wallet or phone in crowded spaces and report suspicious transactions immediately. Some
And
things
I'll
that
tell you
what
something that I do.
mhm,
I have a going out card. And it's
mhm,
really easy. If you want it, you could use your Cash App card. You go get just a little Chime account. And that's the card I take when I go out.
mhm.
Like, I don't take all my cards. I don't need them. I need my license and my going out card. And that's it. Also, you know what? Cash is still a thing. We can I know people hate carrying cash. I know people hate dealing in cash, and it's so much easier and faster to tap. But
Here's my thing against the cash argument. Say you get robbed.
mhm,
They rob you of your cash, you ain't getting your cash back. If these hackers get your account and charge, the bank is gonna give you your money back. More than likely. The
more
bank
than
or the
likely,
credit
yeah.
or the credit card company is going credit card companies over bank companies, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna go out, use your credit card over your debit card
Yes.
because credit card companies are way more likely to give your money back quicker.
Yes.
And it's okay to use your debit card if it's with a big bank. If you got mom and pop's Wachovia Bank that don't even exist no more,
Right.
don't
If you
take that
got
card.
First Bank of Main Street,
Yeah, don't use that card because
don't
you
take
might not
that.
get it.
But I mean, when I say cash, like, okay, say I'm going to a festival, I'll bring the amount of cash that I want to spend at that festival. If I get pickpocketed and lose that, I'm not losing all my money.
Yeah,
I
but
lost the money that I brought for the festival.
yeah,
But
you're right.
but also, I have that going out card. I
Mhm.
put the money I want to spend on that going out card, and that's the card that I use. I don't bring all of my stuff because I know that things like this exist.
Yeah.
I knew as soon as I got this new iPhone and I was going to make a purchase, and it was like, enter your credit card information. And the fact that you can actually just tap the back of your card on the back of your phone and it will, I was like, oh, anybody can do, anybody who gets close enough to my stuff
Mhm.
could possibly get
Get
my
that money.
card information.
Mhm.
And here we find that that is the case. If
Yep.
you're close enough to me, they can get my card information. That's fine. You're going to get this going out card, and it only has what I wanted to spend for going out.
Uh, an important nuances, I feel like I think I stressed it, but I really, really need to stress it. This is an in-person scam. This is
Hmm.
not a remote hacking situation. If you're out and about, this can happen, and they don't necessarily need to be that close to you. So mind your personal space, cover your stuff, and just be leery of the fact that everyday spaces, you go to the mall. I guess people still go to the mall. You go to the mall or a shopping center where
Hmm.
there's a lot of people, it can happen. You go to a
Yeah.
bar or a busy restaurant, it can happen. So just be leery of it and just be careful with people like being around you.
Also, if you're not a person that is just like conscious of personal space and you be standing too close to people in line, don't do that.
Look,
Because
but
I
hold,
will tell you to back up.
but this is what I get mad about Detour in the grocery store.
Hmm.
I love to go to Aldi.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't have their own carts, right?
Mhm.
So there's always a cart at the checkout section, and the cashier will put their items in the cart, and they got to gather them from their cart when they pay in the whole stuff.
Hmm.
They need to move forward because too often I'm trying to load my stuff on the conveyor belt and I'm 3 people behind, but the second person is so much further away from that first person. I'm like, "They're at the terminal, man. Move up a
Yeah.
little bit so everybody
Yeah.
can move by." Now that's when I will crowd somebody's space to hint, "Hey, look, move up."
No, that's you being impatient. I'm the person
I
that's standing 6 feet away from that person in front of me.
this we ain't in COVID no more. We don't gotta be 6 feet away.
I don't give a damn. I thought that was a good idea when they had it. That should honestly just be. Remember when you were in gym class in elementary school, and in order to make sure you had enough space, you would do that thing where you stretch your arms out and spin like this and make sure you wouldn't hit the person next to you. That needs to be you had the little bubble.
Well, I don't remember nothing like that.
So you wasn't doing jumping jacks and hitting people in the head.
All right.
So
Well,
you had to
first of
make
all,
sure you
I
had a
haven't
little
been in gym class for 35 years. So
people need to back up. Why are you so close to me that I can feel your breath on the back of my neck?
I'm not that
Or you want to
close.
put your stuff on the conveyor belt? You
Yes.
need to wait. You
No,
need to
this
wait
stuff is heavy.
no, that's your problem. That's not my problem. I'm not moving up and getting close to somebody I don't want to get close to because you want to put your stuff on the belt. You should have been strong enough to carry it.
That is a ridiculous. Let's move on to the next scam because what you just said is a scam. All right. This one is scary.
Yeah.
The other one was scary. This one is really scary. So there was a case out in Long Island where Tiffany Seawright paid $3,300 deposit to Regal Auto
House.
That's house? That is not house.
In German, it is house.
Okay, well, we're not in Germany. Speak American. Regal Auto House at Long Island. However, the vehicle was never delivered. These people that operate Regal Auto House came up with every excuse in the book, saying that it had to be oil changes that weren't happening, broken tail lights. It was always something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She made the purchase originally on December 26th. She found the vehicle online through her son because it was going to be a gift for her son who is graduating high school. She signed a contract, financed it, paid that deposit of $3,300. Vehicle was never delivered to the house. Never got the house. She had to fight and claw for more than 3 weeks to finally get all of her money returned. Now, this was all reported by CBS News in New York. It was a CBS Investigate.
Yeah.
The loan company didn't do anything wrong. But what was happening is this woman was being forced to make a payment on a car that she did not have. And she said, I ain't paying nothing. I ain't got the car. So in turn, that was a ding to her credit.
Yeah.
So she had to get this all worked out. And this car dealership was not really trying to be forthcoming. Matter of fact, they didn't resolve the issue until she went to the news. The news reporter went to the location with her and her father because now big man got to show up because what you doing with my daughter's money, right?
Right.
And it was only then that they decided to return the deposit and then cancel the contract. And it was all done on that day that the news crews came up. And it's so funny to me because she had the wherewithal to actually be like, look, I'm going to call the news.
Yeah.
Some people might sue. But there's a lot of people out there that'll just be like, well, I'm going to get the car eventually, hopefully, or wouldn't know what to do in that situation. Because you can't go all Bruce mode. You can't take a baseball bat, walk up in there, smashing stuff, talking about where my money is like Ice Cube did and Straight Outta Compton. You can't do all that stuff. But this is funny because these are legit scammers. Now, eventually, she got her money back, but what happens to them legally, criminally, to make them stop doing it again?
Yeah, I don't know. Because the reasoning that they gave why the vehicle wasn't ready or why they couldn't deliver it could have been legitimate reasons. They weren't in this case, but like, how do you prove that?
Well, we actually don't know that they weren't. But
okay. So where is the car?
The car was still there.
They just never.
I think that they was just scamming.
Yeah.
Right? That they was just scamming. And the reason why it led me as I was watching the news report, the reason why I was like, oh yeah, they were scamming is because as soon as the news crew came up there with cameras and questions, oh yeah, no, we're going to go ahead and give you money. After weeks of her trying to do this, they ducking and dodging her.
Yeah.
News crews come up there. Now all of a sudden we gonna get this paperwork done. No, you was trying to scam. That's what you
Mm-hmm.
was trying to do.
Yeah.
And it's just funny because you always heard these stories of these used car salesmen being shady. And you're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, that's a thing of the past. These people are not
Yeah.
really doing it. No.
No, they're still doing it.
And they're still doing it in Long Island, New York. That's the reason why the only thing that good came out of Long Island was Rakim.
That's accurate.
Yeah. I don't know
And
nothing.
the iced tea.
I mean, I got a few friends from Long Iced Tea.
The iced tea.
and I don't really think that has any connection to Long Island.
Why is it called a Long Island iced tea?
I don't know. I don't know. And I don't want to go down this rabbit hole,
All right.
ADHD. But
Yeah.
actually, I do want to go down this rabbit hole. So why don't I stall while you do a little research of where Long Island iced tea actually came from? Because now I want to know where Long So
Exactly.
as my sister is
Exactly.
looking that up, they did get the refund. They got all their money back, and her son did eventually get the vehicle
car.
that he wanted. So that is a good thing. But whew, you just can
Yeah.
get scammed by anybody.
You really can. And it's just like, she's better than me, to be honest, because the way I would have shown up there every damn day
Oh, this
with
is the
all
part
my
that I forgot.
paperwork.
This is the part I forgot to mention. She lives in Rochester.
Mhm.
This is in Long Island. It's a 6-hour drive.
Oh, why did she go all the way to Long Island to get a car?
Her son found this specific car that he wanted. That's where they found it.
Baby, you're going to have to find one. I think they just didn't feel like shipping it the 6 hours.
Probably.
That's what I think happened. But
But
anyway,
she had came before this third time. She had came a second time, and if it was they didn't want to ship it, they could just be like, "Look, you can drive it home right now."
yeah, like, what's the problem?
Yeah.
And if I come and it's not up on the thing, y'all are actively working on it, I have questions.
Yeah.
So since I live 6 hours away, I am getting a hotel. And I'm showing up here every damn day asking where that car is.
They did
Where's the car?
also, because of the news report, she did get a refund. They had mailed it that day, supposedly,
Mhm.
and they showed her the FedEx receipt, and they gave her $400 for her travel expenses.
Yeah, you're going to have to give me all the things because now I got the news here.
Right. And the credit was straightened out. But
Yeah.
now to more important questions. What is the origin of Long Island iced tea?
The origin of Long Island iced tea is disputed between two main stories.
Mm-hmm.
One, a 1920s Prohibition-era creation by Old Man Bishop in Tennessee, or a 1970s invention by Robert Rosebud Butt at the Oak Beach Inn in Long Island, New York. The drink is known for mixing 5 spirits and to often look like tea, even though there are no tea ingredients. So, it's said that Robert Rosebud Butt,
That's 1970s.
That's the 1970s, claimed to have invented the modern recipe in 1972 while working at the Oak Beach Inn as part of a cocktail competition requiring the use of triple sec. So, possibly, or
Actually,
Tennessee.
I actually believe both stories. And this is the reason why I believe both stories. During the Prohibition, this would seem like Long Island iced tea would seem like something that you would put together because you're like, I don't have enough alcohol for one drink.
Yeah,
but
I got a little bit of everything.
I got a little bit of everything, so let me put this all together. So I believe that. I believe the person during Prohibition absolutely did that. And I also believe this person in the 1970s was like, oh man, I got to use triple sec. What can I use with triple sec that hasn't been done before? I'm going to throw all these ingredients because there is actually not a universal recipe for the Long Island iced tea.
Right. So the 1920s/1940s one is Charles Old Man Bishop is said to have created the original potent mix during Prohibition on Long Island in Kingsport, Tennessee, using bourbon and maple syrup, and then his son, Ransom Bishop, allegedly modified it in the 1940s to include lemon, lime, and cola. So I think you're right. Both are true. The modern cocktail, I think, was the way we drink it today, probably was invented by Rosebud
Yes.
in the 70s
Yes.
and named a Long Island iced tea.
But how does this fit into the segment? Because, ladies and gentlemen, you're like, y'all just went on a detour about Long Island iced teas when y'all were talking about scams. The Long Island iced tea is a scam. Okay.
Yes.
That's, first of all, the Long Island iced tea is a scam. That's first and foremost. How is it a scam? It's a scam because you think by mixing in all these liquors that you're going to get extra drunk. And it is potent, but the potency is mixing all these different liquors together because the actual alcohol content, the actual amount of alcohol is still the same.
It's still the same.
It's still the same as a regular drink. It's
Still
not
an
more.
8-ounce glass.
You think it's more, but
Yeah.
it's not more.
It's
And
not.
that is the scam. And also, and this goes out to a certain individual that I know will be listening and watching this that loves Long Island iced teas. Once you hit 20 years old, you can no longer order a Long Island iced tea. That's a young person drink. You do not, as a grown adult, go sit at a restaurant and then say, yeah, I think I'm going to get that Strong Island. Giving it a nickname. Nope, we don't do that anymore. We're classy up in here, okay? No more Long Island iced teas, okay?
I've actually never had one in my life.
Oh, man. So my boy went to Towson University, and there was this club in Baltimore called Hammerjacks.
Okay.
We would go almost every Thursday. We would come up from University of Maryland.
Sounds like a gay club, but okay.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, Hammerjacks?
And Hammerjacks.
Yeah.
It was one of those big box clubs. On Thursday nights was college night.
Okay.
You paid $15 for all you can drink Long Island iced teas.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Oh, yes. It was. I loved that place. It was raunchy.
Yeah.
Everybody knew the assignment. We coming in here to get drunk and grind on each other.
Yes.
That was also a scam.
Yeah.
It was also a scam.
Yeah. Because they just got to give you a little bit of everything. Still the same 8-ounce glass, 12-ounce glass, whatever.
It was in those little cups.
Yeah.
And it was always the worst liquor. You're drinking a combination of rail liquor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's more sour mix and cola in there than anything else. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen. You feel like it's strong because it's a mixing of all those different alcohols that's also cheap.
It tastes strong.
Yeah,
like
it tastes strong.
It burns because the alcohol is cheap.
Yeah. But speaking of things that we did back in the day, I realized I can't do those things anymore.
Oh, I've been on that. I can't, and I won't.
But it's a humbling experience nevertheless. And we're going to get into that next. Jay, a friend told me an interesting story the other day.
Okay.
Now, this person that I'm talking about is in their late 30s.
Okay.
But they look young. They look young. Like you wouldn't know that they were close to 40.
Yeah.
They were at a work event and they saw, an attractive person. And that person said, "How you doing today, sir?" And he was taken aback by that. He said, "I felt the type of way when she called me sir, because I thought we were in the same dating sphere, but obviously she saw me as a sir."
Yeah, that's the delusion of old people.
He's not old. He's in his late 30s.
Listen, if you ask anybody with a 2 in front of their age, okay, anything older than 29 is ancient. Now, the truth of the matter is you're blessed to see advanced age because
Hmm.
the alternative is not seeing it.
That's true.
So, but this is the delusion of people, especially folks over 40. Now, I get that a lot of millennials look good for their age because when you think about 40, 50, 60, you think the Golden Girls,
Hmm.
right? And people don't look like that anymore. But there is a delusion that just because you don't look old, that you look young. And that is not the case. You just look your accurate age. Okay. Because people were severely unhealthy back then.
This is
Okay.
true.
And people are much healthier these days.
And just
And
have
so,
better, also have better skin regimen routines.
yeah,
Yeah.
people are using their sunscreen in a way where back in the day, you used to just bake your skin, like,
Hmm.
in order to tan and things like that. People are not doing these things anymore because now we know it causes skin cancer and things like that. So it's like people are just living better. Medicine has advanced, technology has advanced, and things are making our lives easier, and it's easier to stay healthy and all of these things. Please do not confuse that with being young. Because the fact of the matter is, we are in fact middle age,
Mm.
and young people know you're old.
Hmm.
Young people know you're old. So you think y'all are in the same sphere. That's because you're delusional. Young people know you're old.
So as he was telling me the story, and I was like, yeah, being called sir is a trigger for me. Because I live in a high rise where there are people that live in here who are older, my age, and younger.
Hmm.
And I hold the elevator for everybody. I'm very, you would describe as nice. Just
Hmm.
sometimes too nice, but just nice all
Yeah.
the damn time. It's
Yeah.
annoying, but it's just who I am in my nature. And people are always like, "Thank you, sir." And I want to tell them, "Hey, I ain't gonna be too many no more of them damn sirs, okay?
Hmm.
Because I ain't that damn old." But yeah, I'm about to be 46.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to be 46.
Yeah.
I still don't want to be called sir.
No, I earned my ma'am.
I don't. I
I earned it. I earned it. I made it to this big age. I earned the respect that comes with the life experience that I have.
Yeah, but it's as you said, it's a humbling experience because it's not just about respect. It's also saying you're old.
Yeah.
It's also an indicator of your age.
Yeah.
And
I am middle age.
well,
That is the truth. I am middle age. I am a middle-aged woman. That is the truth. I don't care how my skin looks and yada yada yada. Okay, that's great, but when I can't do 20-year-old shit.
no.
I can't. I listen, a friend of mine had a birthday party. I said, "What time we meeting up at the lounge?" And she said, "I'll probably be there around 10:30." I
No.
said, "PM?
No. Mm-mm.
That's what time I was planning on coming back home.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? No, I got to be in bed. I don't care that the next day is Sunday. I got stuff to do on my Sunday. I don't want to be in bed all day." So, like,
That's the
I-
worst too when you're in bed all day. I didn't waste the whole
yeah,
I only get a certain amount of days off and I'm gonna waste them
yes,
away in bed?
right. Trying to recover from the night before. So
No.
I'm here in the house getting ready, 8:30, 9 o'clock, drinking coffee so that I could just be up and present for this birthday party. No, I'm not young no more. No, I don't have Megan knees. I have sciatic pain.
Yo,
Like,
this hit me like a thunderbolt yesterday. I was
yeah.
out with my friend. She's I always forget how old she is. She's in the mid early to mid 30s.
Hmm.
So there's an age difference. And our brother came out
Hmm.
and our cousin came out. And I'm the oldest one there. And Cinco
Yeah.
de Mayo was a celebration. I knew it was gonna be a celebration. I didn't know it was gonna be as big as it was.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna be as big as it was.
Well, it fell on Taco Tuesday. So,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
everybody was out.
everybody's
And
gonna be out.
my homegirl was like, "You see some attractive ladies?" And I was like, "I see attractive women who are too young for me."
Mhm.
She was like, "Well, wait a minute. Like, what do you think?" First of all, she forgot how old I was. She's
Yeah.
like, "Well, you're only 42." I said, "Ma'am, you was at my 45th birthday party.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 46." She's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Well, she was like, "Well, how young can you go?" And I and I said, "That feels like R. Kelly-ish to me." "Well, how young
Yeah.
are we talking?" I was like, "I can go 10 years younger." And that's a stretch. That's a
Yeah.
stretch for me.
Yeah.
She's like, "How much older?" I was like, "I could only really go a year, maybe 2 years older." When I start to see an 8 and a 9 behind that 4, don't forget about that 5, I become disinterested. And so I was like, "There's nothing out here for me. We just out here vibing, having a good time. I'm not out here to try to holler." And I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been out there to try to holler because I'm like, "Everybody, it's really loud. It is extremely loud.
This is also how a middle-aged person speaks.
I
Yes.
I just wanted a place to sit down."
Again, if one thing about being over 40, Imma have me a little seat.
And I was like, "This kind of feels like I'm being boring because I don't know what to do with myself
Yeah.
because there's too many people, it's too loud, and I can't sit down.
Yeah.
I kinda don't wanna be here anymore."
Yeah.
And
Oh, I won't go if there's not a section booked. I
that
won't go because I gotta have me a little seat. I'm too old to be fighting through a crowd to get to the bar, to try to get the bartender's attention and get a drink. No, you need to come over here with my bottle, not the one I'm sharing with everybody in this place, our table's bottle, and y'all bring these mixers over here. I'm not getting up and going back. I No, I can do that at home.
that was another thing. That was another problem. I didn't even really get drunk because I could only get a drink every hour.
Yeah,
Because the bar, every restaurant was poorly staffed. I don't
yeah,
think because there's this big shopping center near me. You've been there. There's this
yes,
big shopping center with it's not even a shopping center. It's a I don't even know what to call it. There are like 12 different restaurants
yeah,
in this area that has car access, but not really. It's more of you gonna park somewhere and then walk around the area and visit all these
yeah,
restaurants.
yeah.
I wouldn't even know what to even describe it
It's
as.
just a walkable area, just
Yeah.
an area,
It's a neighborhood,
Yeah,
but anyway, so none of the restaurants I think realized that it was gonna be this many people out in the streets.
yeah,
And so they were understaffed, so I couldn't get the drinks like I wanted to. Look, I had a good time because of the people that I were hanging out with. I
yeah,
will not do it again because
yeah.
it was too much. And
That's how I
also
feel about Mardi Gras.
mm,
I enjoyed being with the people that I was with. I had a great time. I won't do it again. I'm too old.
see,
I'm too
and
old.
that's one of the things that I wish I had done when I was younger, that I would have appreciated that
Yeah.
experience way more because what I also saw is that the people that were younger were just getting shit-faced. And
Mhm.
also, that's not something I do anymore. I'm very
Yeah.
measured in my I will get drunk, not shit-faced. I'm more of a buzz, hit that
Yeah.
buzz, and
Yeah.
then coast.
It
Just
depends
maintaining the
on
buzz.
if I drove or not. But,
Well, we
like,
was just talking about DUIs.
yeah, it depends. If I drove, no, I'm not.
Mm.
If I didn't, I might have a little more. But again, like, I'm not gonna get drunk because I know I got stuff to do the next day. I got
Right.
errands to run. I gotta get this laundry done. Like, I got things to do the next day. Like, I don't wanna be hungover. And the older you get, the harder it is to get over a hangover.
So, I don't get hungover anymore because I only drink certain liquors, and I
Yeah.
don't mix them with anything that has to do with sugar.
Yeah.
It is always club soda. I don't care if it's bourbon, it'll be club soda, and if I'm cheating, if I'm on one of my cheat days, then it'll be ginger ale, but
Yeah.
it'll be club soda. It'll be carbonated water.
Yeah.
There is another part to what happened yesterday to let me know that I'm not gonna be out in the streets this summer. Because I
Mhm.
said I was going to. I said, "I'm gonna be out in the
Yeah.
streets this summer." I'm gonna be out in the streets until about 9 p.m. Then I'm
Yeah,
going to
I'm
be
gonna
home in
be
the bed.
these middle-aged streets, and
Right.
what that means is I'm gonna be doing age-appropriate hood rat things.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna be any Imma have a section, I'm not gonna be out late, I'm gonna there this gonna be age appropriate, I'm gonna be outside, but it will be age appropriate.
The wildest I'll get is brunch. I think brunch, because
Yeah.
brunch to me is an all day thing in DC,
They
but at
don't
least
do
I
brunch right down here,
yeah, they
so
don't.
you can't do it down here, yeah.
So when you have a bunch of drunk people,
Mhm.
you are going to have some disagreements.
Yes.
There's something about the men nowadays that I just don't jive with.
Mhm.
And I will preface all this by saying I don't know if I have a healthy way of dealing with certain things. What I mean by that is I have this very guarded thing of
Mhm.
I will not allow somebody to get me out of my emotions. I
Yeah.
won't give them that type of satisfaction.
Yeah, you're not gonna get me out my character. No.
Even if I'm steaming inside, I'll never let you see that.
Yeah, because I know that's what you want is my reaction.
Right. So I
Yeah.
just won't do it. Me being as big as I am, I've always kept kind of like an even kill when dealing with women.
Mhm.
I don't yell, I don't scream, I don't do big movements, can't do all that stuff being as big as I am. I
Yeah.
don't We can have a disagreement, we can have a discussion, we can even have an argument, but I don't want you to ever be fearful of me.
Right.
But some of these dudes just don't agree with that type of stuff. So we were at the bar, it was me and our cousin,
Mhm.
and it was the end of the night, we were just waiting for some food. It was the end of the night for us. It was only
Yeah.
9 p.m., but it was the end of the
But
night for
that was
us.
that's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this drunk dude over to our left is getting into it with this group. And I can hear it getting louder and louder. And these things have been happening,
Yeah.
but he's getting in it. And I'm looking over and it's all women. So now I'm really paying attention. Because yelling and screaming is one thing, but this dude is yelling and screaming so aggressively that
Yeah.
I'm like, anything physical happens, I'm gonna have to run over. Which
Yeah.
is the third time this week that I've had to almost interject myself into a situation where I thought a man was going to get physical with a woman. I'll tell those
Yeah.
two other stories later, but I'm focusing on this one right now. So he leaves and he goes to sit behind us in a
Mhm.
booth, right?
Mhm.
I don't know why. I didn't make eye contact with this person. I didn't acknowledge to this person that I wanted to speak to him in any way.
Right.
But he comes up to me and then he wants to start talking ish about the women. And so I immediately say, hey, man, I saw that bull that you was doing with the women. Get out my face. I don't really have nothing to talk to you about. I'm not trying to
Right.
hear your side of the story. Go back over there.
Ain't no be no chauvinistic
Yeah,
camaraderie over
yeah,
here.
that's not the way it is, right?
Yeah.
I was like, you need to go sit down. He's like, no, no, man. I was like, hey, man, I really don't need to hear. Like, I'm not trying to have no conversation with you right now. Me and my
Yeah.
cousin here vibing. You in my space. You need to get up
Yeah.
and go sit down, or you need to go sit down, right?
Yeah.
He's not listening to me. So then I stand up and I come out of the
Mhm.
stool
Yeah.
and I'm walking towards him. And as I'm walking towards him, because he comes up to my chest, he's backing up into the booth. So I'm walking him back to the booth
Yeah.
and I'm explaining to him, man, I done told you, this is
Right.
about to be a problem that you don't want to have. Just go enjoy the rest of your night in the booth.
Yeah.
Then other people, I don't know where these people come from. They weren't bouncers, they weren't security. I think they were just other patrons that were seeing I was ready. He had chose the right one.
Mhm.
And they came to kind of break it up. As they
Yeah.
come to break it up, he starts getting louder.
Of course.
And I'm like, man,
Because
I'll
now
both
there are people that'll stand between him, so he feels like there's less of a physical threat.
yes.
You were incorrect.
Look, let me tell you. I told him, I said, man, I will bow through all these people and rip your
Yeah.
eyeball out. I won't hesitate to
Yeah.
do something like that.
Yeah.
And then his boy was sitting at the booth and was coming up. I noticed immediately that his boy was trying to come up and just be like, hey, he's drunk. because he's saying these things to me. I was like, man, you need to choose better friends. But my
Yeah.
cousin was right there on our side. And I was
Yeah.
like, hey, man, what happened to you? He was like, the other dude got up. He was like, when it was just you and him, it's just you and him. When that other dude got up, hey, man, what you doing?
Yeah.
Everything calms down because eventually the bartender brings security and they're flashing these really bright lights and they're coming straight at us. And they say, you out of here. Not talking to me, talking to him.
Yeah.
So I go back and sit down at the bar, and there was this guy sitting next to me and our cousin, and he was like, that dude was talking ish to you? And I was like, yeah. He said, to you? Because I had a t-shirt on. I wasn't in my sweatshirt, so
Yeah.
muscles bulging, the arms
Yeah.
big. That dude must be crazy. I was like, something was going on. And I was just like, oh, I don't need
It's
to be in this.
alcohol.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't need to be in this element. I'm going to be 46 years old. I got a lot to lose. I grabbed
Yeah.
this dude. I don't know how angry I'm going to get in the moment. Am I really going to hurt him that badly? What is that going to do? I'm in the state of Virginia. I'm getting locked
Yeah.
up that night. I had to get up this morning, which was a struggle to get
Yeah.
up this morning and work. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm too old for all of this. Them calling me sir fits. It
Yeah.
fits.
Yeah. Give me that respect. The only reason that people truly hate it, right, is exactly what you said. It's an indicator of age. And what do we think of when we think about getting older? It's our own mortality. And nobody wants to think about that. That part of getting older is knowing that you inching closer and closer to the upper room. Nobody wants to think about that.
Okay.
So people want to hold on to their youthfulness for as long as possible.
Okay.
And that's valid. I get that.
Generally speaking, I don't ever look at death. I'm like, look, death is going to come regardless. Ain't no reason for
Yeah.
me to be shook about it. Ain't no reason for me to be worried about it. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't have no control over it. I do have some, but
Yeah.
no real control over it. That's
Yeah.
not what crosses my mind. What crosses my mind is my ego and that I'm aged out from certain women.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what breaks my heart. Is
Yeah.
like,
I call it
oh,
Shannon Sharp syndrome.
yeah, well, no, because Shannon Sharp is 10 years older than me. And there's no way in hell I would mess with a 24-year-old. I had an opportunity earlier this year to mess with 2 mid-20-year-old women. And I was like, ma'am, I could literally be your father. No, you couldn't.
Yes.
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 Yes, I can.
Yes, I could. Yes.
I'm older than even a big brother.
Yeah.
Could be your daddy.
Yeah.
So no, but also
I called a young man.
oh, well, I do that all the
Because I
time anyway.
had to let him know, like, I asked us, how old are you? I think he said 23 or 24. I said, young man, you have a blessed day. Because I know that you are out your mind.
Well,
And
you look younger than what I look, so I get that. But still,
yeah.
I don't like being called sir. And also, I'm not gonna be out in these streets no more. Like, can you believe that? At my big age, I
Yeah.
almost got into a fight.
I almost got into it when I was in Houston. Did I tell you about that?
No, you did not.
Yeah, I got into it with a guy. We had our little section. We were at the club. We were sitting around. It was me. It was the 3 other ladies I came with, and another lady that was related to one of them. So, and who lived in Houston. And so we're all hanging around. This really drunk guy comes up and tries to talk to one of them, and he was being very rude. She had this really beautiful long hair. He kept asking if it was hers and all this stuff, like just being very rude. And so I can see the conversation between the two of them get more and more contentious. And so one of the ladies gets up to go find security because this guy is not leaving. He's getting more and more rude. And I'm like, I stand up at this point. And I look at the man, I say, this is not going well for you. You need to roll. No, I'm just saying. No. this isn't going well for you, you need to go. That's my go-to, of just like, hey, cut your losses, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of it is ego thing, and
Mm-hmm.
when they desire a woman who does not want them back, and so then they dig in. It's an ego thing. And so I kind of just insert a little reality check. Hey, if you think this is going well, you're wrong. And now it's time for you to cut your losses and leave, because at this point you're embarrassing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
He gets up, goes to another table, starts harassing them. Well, there were men at that table. And yeah, the only thing I saw at the corner of my eye was him getting grabbed by his shirt. Security coming over, and they escort this man out.
Yeah.
And it's like, sometimes it's safe to do that. I felt in that moment that it was safe for me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a public place. There's security there. I felt like it was safe for me to do that. Not in every situation is it safe for you to assert yourself like that. So I would say, for anybody out there, as far as like women, why didn't the women that he was in the group? Well, they were probably trying, and he wasn't getting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not always safe to assert yourself in situations as a woman. But if you find that it is, embarrass the hell out these people. Embarrass the hell out these people.
It's funny that you bring that up, because yesterday, as I was out celebrating, I went to the restroom, I was walking past this table, and this dude was sitting at a table with two young ladies. One was on her phone, not paying attention. The other one he was trying to holler at, and she had like a little pen. So he was like, "Oh, there's weed in that." And I could tell he had been bothering her. She's like,
Yeah.
"There's no weed in it." She said it just like that. "There's no weed in it."
Yeah.
So he was sitting at the table behind them, right? Not
Mhm.
behind them, but next to them. So
Yeah.
I was paying attention, peeping, and he was still at the other booth trying to get her attention. And I was just like, bro, like it's annoying.
Yeah.
This is annoying. It's annoying being emotionally aware now of how annoying that I used to be, because I used to be one of them type of cats.
Yeah.
But I was having a conversation with a guy in the gym earlier today, and there was an attractive woman in there. And he was like, "Yo, you gonna go talk to her?" I said, "No. Why
No.
would I go talk to her? Because she's attractive. Maybe she might be interested. Maybe, maybe not. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to catch her out and about.
Yeah.
This is a local gym, it's in the area. I've seen her before. Maybe I'll catch her out and about. But what I'm not going to do
Right.
is try to go up there and holler at her in the gym.
Yeah.
Why not? Okay, I'm gonna have to break this down for you.
Yes.
Say she is interested. That's the best case scenario. Great. Maybe we even start hanging out. Eventually, things are not going to work out given my track record, and neither one of us are going to want to work out at that gym. Okay,
Yeah.
that's best case scenario. All right.
Right.
Worst case scenario is I come off as a creeper,
Mhm.
make her uncomfortable coming to the gym, and she stops coming to that gym.
Yeah.
Or she tries to change her times to make it inconvenient for her,
Yeah.
but knowing that she won't run into me, just so that she won't have to deal with that experience again, because she doesn't know me personally and doesn't know that I won't bother her.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
guess I never thought about it like that. Yeah,
yeah.
bro. Like you gotta read the room. Like if you're out
But
in a
a lot
social
of
setting,
for a lot of
maybe.
people, reading the room, like, they're unable to do it because of their ego. Because they
Yeah.
desire someone that you can't see. She got headphones in. She ain't even take them off. She just moved one and said, "Excuse me, what? What do you need?" If that's the response, but they don't. I'm trying to tell you have a good day.
No,
You should smile. You too cute to be looking all mean.
that
That has never
never
worked.
worked. That's never
Never.
worked.
Y'all, please stop telling women to smile. My God, please stop telling women to smile. That has never, ever worked.
Things got better for me with age.
Yes.
So that's the reason why I'm a sir now. Because young Bruce, wild.
Mhm.
Older Bruce, a sir, a little bit more
Yeah.
respectful. Yeah, I catch
Yeah.
you. I catch you when I catch you, or just wasn't the time.
Yeah. It's
I'm
like
not
that.
gonna I'm not gonna
It's
make it
like
inconvenient or uncomfortable for you.
the quote you said on a prior show. If you're driving in a car and you see somebody attractive walking, the
Mhm.
good Lord did not mean for y'all to meet.
Nope.
That's how it is.
Nope.
Sorry.
Not let you come at a stoplight and she's walking past and she's looking in and waving, then you could take that opportunity to say,
Yeah.
"Well, how you doing? Can I talk to you for a second? Do you have time?"
But
But
you're
only
in an automobile
yeah,
and I have no protection.
no protection. Yep.
Do not drive up on me.
Is that what you wanna leave everybody with before we get out of here?
I actually wanted to leave with a question. I
Okay.
saw this on Instagram
Uh-huh.
and I thought it was very funny. You
Okay.
can tell whether someone is a boomer, Gen X, or millennial by how they finish the song lyric.
Okay.
Okay. Blame it on.
There's 2 that came to my mind right
What
now.
was the very first one?
D uh,
Just say it.
I think it was Blame It on the Rain. It was either gonna be Blame It on the Rain or Blame It on the Alcohol.
Okay. You're solidly a millennial. I am apparently Gen X/boomer because I said blame it on the boogie. That was my very
Oh,
first.
I wouldn't even thought about Blame It on the Boogie.
Yeah. If you say blame it on, I said the boogie instantly. So apparently I am much a generation or 2 older than I thought I was.
Well, oh, okay.
Because blame it on the alcohol, none of that came to mind, which is what was supposed to be my answer as a millennial. Nope, it was blame it on the boogie.
But you're only 4 years away from Gen X anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, technically, they moved the parameters from 1976 to 1985 for the Zillennials, which I'm
Yeah.
like, "All right, now this is getting ridiculous." Okay,
Now
because
it's getting ridiculous.
that's a whole new generation. When it was 79 to 82, that seemed about right.
Right. Yeah. Like, but that zone between 79 and 85 is like a nebulous area.
Yeah, it is a nebulous area.
Yeah.
But blame it on because I was gonna say blame it on the rain,
Mhm.
and then I was like, blame it on alcohol.
Which means you're a zillennial because blame it on the rain to me is definitely a Gen X answer. Blame it on the alcohol is a millennial answer.
Well, blame it
So
on the rain
that,
isn't even the lyrics though.
yeah, it is. Blame it on the rain.
No, that's not the
Yeah.
song I was thinking of. That's the reason
Oh.
why I paused. It's can you stand the rain, not blame it
Oh.
on the rain. Because
Blame it
I'm
on
thinking,
that's Milli Vanilli.
yeah, no, I wasn't even thinking on Milli Vanilli. I was thinking of New Edition.
Which still very Gen X.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then when I realized, I was like, wait a minute, those aren't the lyrics. My mind immediately, it was in split seconds, blame it on the
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah. Nope. No. I instantly, when I saw the video, she said,
Blame
blame
it
it
on the
on. I
boogie.
said, the boogie.
Boogie never crossed my mind, not at all. But ladies and gentlemen, what did you guess? Do
Yeah.
you even know those songs? Because there's going to be a whole grouping of people that don't know any of those songs that are just like, what songs are those?
Yeah.
You know, blame it on the alcohol.
Yes.
But you might not know, can you stand the rain, which is what I was thinking of.
You might not know Milli Vanilli and blame it on the rain.
Like you might not know blame it on the rain.
Yeah.
And you might not know blame it on the boogie. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for watching. And until next time, as always, I'll holla. Whew, that was a hell of a show. Thank you for rocking with us here on Unsolicited Perspectives with Bruce Anthony. Now, before you go, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share our podcast wherever you're listening or watching it to it. Pass it along to your friends. If you enjoy it, that means the people that you rock will enjoy it also. So share the wealth, share the knowledge, share the noise. And for all those people that say, well, I don't have a YouTube. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can actually watch our video podcast and YouTube exclusive content. But the real party is on our Patreon page, After Hours Uncensored and Talking Straight-ish. After Hours Uncensored is another show with my sister. And once again, the key word there is uncensored. Those are exclusively on our Patreon page. Jump onto our website at unsolicitedperspective.com for all things us. That's where you can get all of our audio, video, our blogs, and even buy our merch. And if you really feel generous and want to help us out, you can donate on our donations page. Donations go strictly to improving our software and hardware so we can keep giving you guys good content that you can clearly listen to and that you can clearly see. So any donation would be appreciative. Most importantly, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for listening and watching and supporting us. And I'll catch you next time. Audi 5000. Peace.